I've seen this before, young and old, hanging out in the street. Except it's a side street. No business here, not even a liquor store. It is a weekday, it's midday. The group covers an entire block. Some say it's the west side, others say the east. The toughest always lose. It must be the nature of the beast. I've been here before. Mothers eye me suspiciously. My beard, hair, my complexion look like the killer of a 12-year-old girl. The drawing in the paper on the tube, I don't want to kill anyone. From the most powerful to the very least. The tension makes losers of us all. It just must be the nature of the beast. Feeling like a grand old cause, an idea no longer needed. To have a grand hello, a smile for the streets. Puts one in margins. Marks one for invaders. We are not a people. We are not a nation. We're a thirst for sand. The workless pain is the real pain. Workers suffering, bosses feast. The toughest always lose. It's just the nature of the beast. Oh, this is 40th Century Man, the selected verse from 1996 to 1966.
This is what Allen Ginsberg wrote about you in his introduction to your book, Without Doubt. Expensive bullshit of government TV poetics suffers diminution of credibility placed side by side with Mr. Clausen's direct information and sad, raw insight. Would he were, I'd take my chance on a President Clausen. Andy Clausen's poetry, a reading interest rare in poetry of any generation. Allen Ginsberg.
Where did I meet Allen? I met Allen at he was reading poetry at the San Francisco Civic Center, and the Mine Troupe before did the thing, and the Rockets are glad, you know, and I yelled out, "Play ball." He liked that a lot. Then we went up and danced on the stage after and saw him. And then the next time I saw him, about 66 or 68 or something. Then he came and he then we went to the Anchor Beer Brewery, and they had a big poetry reading, not poetry reading, gathering of poets, and I was like number 33 on a 33-person list, but we got in. A bunch of people took their clothes off. Alan thought it was far out. And, then he came to a reading I did at a church. And I wanted up here doing just the baseball hat thing on the altar. And then he came over to my house and he wanted to know where I had gotten the line, the 5 senses of the 5 wounds of Christ. He was looking through my papers trying to find it. I told him I made it up. I wasn't worried about Vietnam. I was worried about being put in a position where I'd have to kill somebody because I'd seen, you know, I didn't want to do that. I had gone someplace that kind of convinced me that that'd be a hard thing to live with, you know, and it was just a little too real.
So you saw Allen, and how did you go from there to, I'm going to be a poet?
Well, I had read Howell and Bob Kaufman and Jack Kerouac and these people, and so you know, as soon as I read it, I decided, oh, I can do this. I thought it was going to be the next wave. Yeah, my friend told me he was going to go study computers at IBM. I told him he was nuts. I could count, I can subtract. We need a computer for it. Just learning times tables.
Poetry was the next career, huh?
I thought it was going to be as big as baseball.
Yeah.
Big poetry, I thought so. Well, how about the time Allen lands in Austin, right? about 1980 or 79 or something. And so we go right away to KLBJ, the radio station. And so we're there, and to the first part, he's going, and the reason, why are you in Texas? The reason I came to Texas was to read with the great American poet, Andy Clausen. Andy Clausen. And, well, I was inspired by Andy Clausen. And pretty soon, you know, like, there was a little break, and I says, I told him, take it easy, you know, like, it's a little too much, you know, I think it's over the top. He said, I'm just trying to help, I know, but it's okay, you've done your job. So 2 months later, I heard the interview. Every mention of my name was taken out.
Oh.
I said, now that's a piece of work. Somebody had to work to do that.
Oh.
Every mention of your name, meaning they had like great American poet.
Yeah, and then I no name.
now they probably put it in that name.
Yeah.
Again.
Well, that's what I think is going to happen. I think there's going to be a Stalinization of the video image. The image is so strong. Okay, Gokyo Lake breaking up in the sun. Is that the sound of 10,000 birds barking like mountains? No. Is that the sound of outer space, the other never heard by us world? No. Perhaps then it's 13 sacred cannons firing huge flaming balls of redemption in our path. No. It is just Gokyo Lake breaking up in the sun. Is that an avalanche like sin, punishment, and emptiness unknown? Is that a real avalanche, a loudness birthing eternal silence through its running stone cervix? Is this the irony of molten medicinalness, minuscule, buried alive death? No, Gokyo Lake is breaking up in the sun. Oh, my mom's in they just took my mom into the home where she wanted to go and everything. But she phoned me and said, I woke up in this place. She says, they didn't even tell me. You know, she goes, the people downstairs are mutilated. You know, and there's a casino downstairs, and I don't want to go down there. And, you know, your brother now, he's in charge. He has all the money. You won't get any of the money now. You've got to call the cops on him. And there was one weird thing. I phoned the house, and my nephew's there, who got busted for speed and nunchucks and all this stuff. And my brother's letting him stay there.
So your mom's hallucinating?
My mom's, when she gets really upset or something, she builds up she goes schizophrenic or Alzheimer's or whatever. Well, it was very hard. I wanted to tell her, don't phone Janine, phone my phone, you know. So here's my number, and I was having her take it down. It took 20 minutes. I would go 6, 8, 8. Now read it back to me. 6, 7. No, Mom, let's start again. Over and over, and she's telling me there's nothing wrong with me. They say I'm crazy. I want an official document that says I'm crazy. Then we'll see, you know, you know.
Was she like that when you were growing up?
She was always nuts, but as it gets older and stuff, it's intensified, you know. She always had like weird paranoia. She learned English through soap operas, and she kind of believed the soap operas, you know.
She was from Belgium? Or?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Huh. That's funny. That's a great, interesting way to learn English through the soap opera.
What do you mean she believed the soap operas?
She thought that like that's how life really was, and so when my dad was coming home, he said one thing, it was another. You know, and
did your dad speak good English?
Yeah, my stepdad, the only dad I know, he was born in Oakland. But what my real father did, Joseph, he blew up all these trucks and railroad tracks and everything. And so the Germans came to our house and they said, Mrs. Lalou, you have 24 hours to present your husband, or you and your son are going to a concentration camp. So it's about 18 hours into the 24, they can't find my father. And my mom is singing La Vie en Rose to me, you know, da 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 da.
La Vie en Rose?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, you know, Edith Piaf. So, all of a sudden she hears like angels. Angels are singing. She doesn't know what's going on. She opens the door and she gets hit by a package of Wrigley Spearmint gum. The Americans had liberated the town and were throwing chewing gum and Hershey bars off their tanks and trucks as they were coming through the town to all the natives.
That's a great
Are these the whirring teeth of mechanical contraband come to take the high trees? The motorbikes of Bangkok, angry at the rushing minutes lost. New York, honking its collective gridlock worldwide. Is it a freeway collapsing in my hometown? Is it the fifth horseman? No, listen. It is Gokyo Lake breaking up in the sun. Listen.
We had a very nice conversation a couple weeks ago with Carver Cozy in San Francisco, and he was talking about how difficult it was to be a political poet in the 30s and having the old left, trying to tell him that he wasn't writing political poems the right way.
No, well, that was a problem.
He ended up quitting writing for 20 years.
Well, at one point they were saying, like you had to show that the Soviet Union and Stalin were the answer to this problem, and there was a whole other school, which is like you show the problem so that people can better understand it and they'll come up with the answer. No, it's not one, you can't say, Marx showed us the way. Marx showed us the way. That's ridiculous. Whatever comes is going to have to come from people together.
Marx would have said that.
Yeah, that's true probably. But I have a solution for this. And by science, we figured out a solution for this problem. No, the idea is like people have to work the problems out. They're not that easy. They're not that easy.
What did you think of the war in Iraq?
Well, they proved how fast they can go. They really moved an army very fast. And it was a small army, and they really did it fast. They combed an area, secured an area. But you knew something was wrong when they started taking the airport and everything. And there was no trick. There was no weapons of mass destruction. You would figure, we're talking about a lunatic, a Hitler here. He's obviously going down. His sons got killed. I mean, they really went down. And the whole thing's falling apart. None of these weapons come out. I said to myself right then, something weird's going on. Or they don't have any. And because they would have had to have used them. They're taking the airport. That one guy, Baghdad Bob, saying that we're winning, and all this. No one knows what to do. The whole thing's gone. They were a fifth-rate country. The United States tests, shows the world, this is how fast we are. With 150,000 guys, we can come, we can land them, we can be in your bedroom in 2 weeks. And have all the land around you secured. And meanwhile, we'll be bombing the shit out of you as we're coming. And we usually get you and not us. And they really...
They were fast.
They were fast. And, they have a coordination. They have these things. They got these, military vehicles go 50, 60 miles an hour now. Tanks. Well, we were being told, though, they were, surrendering and retreating as fast as possible. And definitely the Shiites wouldn't fight for them or whatever. But the thing is, what do you do now? Because their religion is not going to allow for non-believers to run them. Even the ones that would be moderate or don't even believe in the religion, they would rather get drunk, they're over there too, They still don't want to be, beholden to people from a totally different culture or whatever, and so they'll always see it as invaders rather than liberators. Has the Ganges decided to flow into Tashkent and form a moat around Moscow before emptying into the freezing waters twixt Finland and Leningrad, causing untold relentless havoc? Has a monster finally found its form Is Los Angeles about to implode to the yak dung stoves? Is it an earthquake? A fierce, revengeful bikini? I did wrong. Is it all my previous had to be horrible incarnations come up to vomit me into hell only I could conceive? No. It's only Gokyo Lake breaking up in the sun.
So what do you think about the state of our world, our country right now?
Well, the world's in trouble because of not only political and geopolitical factors, but ecological factors. And without the ecological factors being, we have enough population to cause a lot of damage. That'll be very hard to correct. That should be looked at. But it also goes hand in hand with, when I read history, every era has been full of a bunch of evil bastards. And it doesn't seem to have changed. The problem is it's more dire. There's more people, bigger and badder weapons. Things could really... And meanwhile, all this time, we've kind of evolved and things. There's things that are happening now. Think of the races and tribes of people that, like in America, can be friends and act together. So this is really kind of brand new stuff. A lot of, I'll tell you what, a lot of the people that would have my standing in society 200 years ago, they didn't have much time to read books. They probably didn't even know how to read. So a lot of things have, we are moving forward too. It's, what do they all say, the technology's outraced the emotional development. It's kind of up for grabs. It's a wild game. It's all like a Bible story.
The common perception here in America is that everything changed after 9/11. What do you think?
No, man, McDonald's is just about the same as it ever was. No, what, they want to make big things because that was big. That was really big, a big happening for the United States to actually get attacked and have a pretty hard hit put on them. If anything's changed, a lot more people are scared and a lot more people are withdrawn and have hopeless feelings.
The Bush administration has certainly used 9/11 in a cynical way to push conservative programs that we know they would have wanted to push with or without the U.S. being attacked.
Well, taking freedoms away is, take. Well, it was really funny. I saw Bush talking on TV to the Democracy Association. It's going to spread democracy around the world. And they had a split screen. And on the split screen, what were they showing all the time? Somebody weighing out grain, exchanging money. We're going to spread democracy. And what they meant is, we can do business. We'll get this stuff for 32 cents a bushel, man. Come back here and sell it for $5 a bushel.
We're making the world safe for Halliburton.
Yeah, it's like, it really surprised me because there was a real equation there. I guess they're going to do it all the way. Christianity, democracy, healthy dollar.
You've never seen this?
No. I saw that there was another one called My Dinner with Abby that I saw.
Really?
Yeah.
Abby Hoffman?
Yeah.
See, Andre does all the talking.
I didn't realize that Wallace Shawn is such a good talker.
Oh, I was always doing something. Well, I worked in a forge where you put these rods in and they stamp the wrenches out of it, really hot. You have to wear 3 gloves and keep them wet. And then late at night. And then I worked, I worked as a hod carrier, labor. I worked digging the bark tunnel.
You've been working as a hod carrier. You started writing poetry. You thought this is the career of the future.
The hod carrier?
No, you started the poetry.
Yeah, poetry, yeah. Hod carrier and all the other jobs. I mean, running limousine companies. I even did a thing, I was a program coordinator for New Age place. What else? Oh, railroad ties, green chain.
And you lived in a lot of states too.
Yeah, a lot.
And you wrote poetry throughout.
Yeah, I stopped for times, you know, but basically it seems like I keep, even now I keep writing every once in a while. Now if I get angry, or if I feel maybe I'm gonna die and I should make one last statement.
There's always that, you can always feel that.
What, that I'm gonna die?
Yeah, because we're all gonna die, so you always feel like, I need to say one more thing.
Yeah, but I'm also calculating like you know, like time-wise. If I have like 5 years left, there's no hurry.
Yeah, a lot of time. So you were writing poetry, and when did you start getting your poems published, getting some recognition?
Okay, I started getting my poems published. Recognition? You gotta be kidding me, man. It's just the sound of Gokyo Lake breaking up in the sun. A woman, strong and beautiful, drags you to the top for your audience with the mother of the universe. Gokyo Ri, 18,000 feet, with big view of Sagarmatha, Everest, Nepal, December 1989. 1989, Jesus, 1989. It's already what? 11 and 4 is 15 years? It was only a couple years ago. What happened? What color's my hair?
Purple.
No, yeah. Poets would do, and they do a lot better when they get around the poets and the poetry scene and somehow get to the people. You know, nurses, carpenters, painters, dancers, concerned people, old people, kids looking for something. But not these people who have their minds made up that they're going to speak to each other in some kind of codified syntax and vocabulary that's going to mean something precious to some kind of litany of irrelevance. I don't want to sound like a real negative guy or anything, but man, you know, now that everything, it's so easy to produce all this literature and stuff, it's really bad. There's a lot of, I don't think they really do it on purpose. If they did, they'd really be scumbags. You know, if they're doing this on purpose, if they really like are being this bad.
You talking the poets.
Yeah, preconceived. Because they're to blame. They're more to blame than the fascists or any of them. It's those poets.
More to blame than Bush's secretary of...
And Saddam Hussein and everything. Condoleezza. They're more to blame, these bad poets.
Because you sort of believe this Shelleyan tradition that poets really are the legislators of the world. We get lame legislation. We get lame social setups.
Yeah. Any more wine? Oh, and then at the Michelin thing, which was really funny, is I'm the announcer, right? And I've seen the tape because Danny has it. And I get up there and I say, and now, ladies and gentlemen, a great international poet, Janine Palmy Vega. And I announce her and she goes to the microphone. And I go back and I go in the back and I'm sitting there and all of a sudden I go, like I've been struck, and I run to the microphone and I go, the beautiful Janine Palmy Vega. And she doesn't even know what to do. She steps back. You should see this. It's on TV. Danny has it. He was playing it back and forth, you know, why didn't you? And Casey says, what's this? That's Andy meeting his girlfriend. You know, and it was just like, it's just so bizarre, and I hardly even remember it. You know, and...
You had already left the microphone.
I was in my chair in the back, and like this.
And she was just about to start reading.
Yeah, and all of a sudden I just run up there and go, and grab the microphone and go, the beautiful Janine Palmy Vega.
I guess you liked it.
Yeah, well, we could sing without drinking. It was possible. But it was impossible to drink without singing the blues. Our only avenues of escape, art, fame, treachery, are against the law. We'd done enough hard work to see where it got in the others. Folk would say, why so bitter? And we wouldn't answer. We would rid the epic of slavery for women and all others. We'd smash the caste system. We'd put aristocrats to work, sacrificing this puny life for the infinite future. We'd give Shiva something else to do. You marveled the water doesn't hurt itself dashing the rocks. The night is perforated with other side light, the light of gypsy mountains, the light of eyes that know enlightenment is light not taken lightly. Al Chiringa, light of night and day, where the sidewalks of the diaspora are once again livid at the lyric tables, grinning blues for the long-time future. Our own messiahs calling back from the grave, a laugh from the bottom, a pantheistic ennoblement, venerating houses and trees as much as teachings and miracles, a moment unconscious of our shackles, we slaves to performing memorable, vindicating, catalectics, we who expose the false God. We who expose the falseness of gods, the gods of shackling limits. Sara, Pina, Pundebu, the tribe of the future, the children of Zom, the children of the broken vow. A scratch across the face of the sky. A boot heel on the throat of my undoubted doubt. A shout into the monastery, prepare to encounter the Scythians. Let the table jump. Having killed ourselves, Buddha lives. The path deep as a trench. Piss on the ground of our ancestors in heaven and Parinirvana. Sara, Pina, Punebu, we are sentenced. There is no back to return to. We lick the jewel in the lotus till it is human. Then we eat God alive.